Thanks for watching. I'm Margot Kinberg, and this is In the Spotlight, a closer look at a crime novel. One of the beauties of doing this show and talking about books is that there's a treasure trove of books out there. And some of them that we talk about you'll enjoy, or you've already read and enjoyed, and others that you'll decide not to read. That's because you have the freedom to choose the books you want to read and not read what you'd rather not read. This week in the U.S., it's Banned Books Week. It's time to celebrate our freedom to read and guard it carefully. The risks of not doing so are too great. So, read a banned book, or any book. Today, let's turn the spotlight on a book that does touch on reading and discussion of books. Let's take a closer look at Alex Michaelides' The Maidens. Mariana Andros is a London-based psychotherapist who specializes in group therapy. She's just finishing a group session one evening when she gets a call from her niece Zoe, who's studying at Cambridge. Zoe says that her friend Tara Hampton has been murdered, and she wants Mariana to come to Cambridge to be with her. Mariana agrees and leaves London the next day. When Mariana gets to Cambridge, Zoe tells her that Tara's boyfriend Conrad is suspected of the murder, but he's not guilty. She wants Mariana's help to prove it. Mariana is well aware that she's not a detective or a police officer, but she wants to support her niece, so she agrees to stay at Cambridge for a few days. Almost immediately, Mariana begins to suspect that the case against Conrad is not clear-cut. She soon learns that Tara was a member of a small group of female students who called themselves the Maidens. They study and have a small book discussion and idea discussion group under Greek tragedy professor Edward Fosca, who seems to have an unusual hold over them. Could the murder have something to do with that group? And if so, could Fosca have played a role? Then there's another murder which closely resembles Tara's. Now it's clear that Conrad wasn't involved, and the investigation changes. Things change for Mariana, too. There are signs that these murders could be psychological in nature. But if they are, they're not the frenzied killings of a stereotypical psychopath. They've been carefully planned by a killer who's not only highly intelligent, but also has a specific purpose. As Mariana continues to search for answers, she'll have to use all of the therapeutic skills she has to find out the truth. So what are the elements in this novel? What holds it together and keeps it going? Well, as you might have guessed, this is a psychological novel, so the characters' pasts, their motivations, and their underlying mental structures play important roles in the story. So does the past's impact on people's behavior. There's discussion, too, of different sorts of therapy sessions and approaches, different psychological issues, and the ways in which psychological specialists, psychotherapists, and psychiatrists support their clients. The story is told from Mariana's point of view, third person, past tense. So we see things through her eyes. And she has her own past. Less than 2 years previously, her beloved husband Sebastian died in a tragic accident. So she's still processing that. She has burdens from her past too, and although she's had therapy of her own, that doesn't mean she has no personal ghosts. It's not far-fetched to say that in some ways that makes her an unreliable narrator. There are some suspenseful psychological twists in the novel, too. The novel is set mostly in Cambridge, and we get a close look at the campus, at the different colleges and residences, at the exchange of ideas, and at what life's like for those who live and work there. Mariana herself is a Cambridge alumna, so she knows the university well, and she has her own memories of the place. This is not a light novel. There's darkness both in the motivations for the murders and in the solution. Animal lovers will also want to know that a dog dies too. That death is only referred to briefly, and it takes place almost off stage, so to speak, but it's there. And it's clear at the end of the novel that things will not be the same. Still, it's not completely hopeless and bleak, and there are glimmers of the positive here and there. The Maidens is the story of a group of murderers and the psychology that motivates them. It features a strong Cambridge setting, an academic setting, book discussion setting, an exploration of how past experiences shape us, and a psychotherapist who, in her way, is as vulnerable as her clients. This has been In the Spotlight. I'm Margot Kinberg. Thanks for watching.